Hello everyone, we're back today at OFF for day 2 of the festival. We're super excited for another full day of streaming, and we have our first guest. Before we start, I just want to say come and join us on behance.net/live for any questions you have, and I will pass them on to Veronica, who's joining us. Veronica, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Second day of OFF. You just told me that it's super busy for you. You have a
Yes.
stand right down there.
Yeah.
How's it been?
Very busy, but very nice because people is so nice, friendly. I mean, after 2 years of COVID and all these things, so now it's like everything is going very well, and I'm super happy.
It's picking up. We get this vibe in the morning. It's slowly starting again, and then
Yeah, I think now it's like more calm because
Yeah.
it's the morning, but then it's going to be like
pressure is on.
yeah, but it's 3 days. Yeah.
Exactly. So for everyone who's watching, introduce yourself. Tell
Yes.
us who you are. I know you have a presentation, but we can start with you first.
Of course, yes. I'm the founder and creative director of Hey Studio. This is my Instagram,
Yeah.
and this is the studio. So if people doesn't know me, so they can check my work here and the website, Instagram. So yes, I'm a designer, graphic designer, study graphic design, and the studio I founded is called Hey, and this is the studio.
Nice.
Actually, it's 5 minutes from here. Is the street going straight and 5 minutes.
Easy.
Yeah, and this is my team. So yes, I founded the studio 15 years ago. A lot time ago.
So a lot of experience in the
Yes.
industry. And you've also been at OFF a lot, you were just telling me as well. So
Yes.
you're experienced here in those
Yeah,
festivals.
I've been a speaker at this stand a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, I founded the studio 15 years ago, and I did things like that. I was experimenting all the time because I didn't have a lot of projects. So this is like the first projects I did.
Was it difficult to start as kind of this whole journey? Or,
Yeah.
being a freelancer?
Yeah, because at the beginning I was at home, and I have a lot of energy and like ideas, so a lot of side projects like these ones. And yes, I was experimenting, trying to find my style, you know. I knew that I have it when I was studying.
Yeah.
But of course I needed time to stop and think about that.
Yeah.
So during the first years of the studio, I was working with clients and then also making these personal projects. So I realized that I had a style, and yes, color is something that I really love.
Yeah.
I think if you see my work, it's very colorful.
Yeah.
Yes. And for me, color is a universal language. It's like everybody understands that.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I work with color and I play with that. So yeah, this is the first project at the studio a long time ago. So very simple, easy, direct, bold. Yeah. Where illustration, it's also important.
Yeah. What was the kind of mindset you had at the beginning of the studio, and if you had to describe the kind of vision you had and the attitude, what was it? Is it still inspired by these colors, or because you have quite a really bold identity, so it's confident?
Yeah, I think like I wanted like to be like simple, but not in a lazy way, of course.
Yeah.
Like simple in concepts and very straight.
Yeah.
That was I had in mind.
Yeah.
But I needed time to develop these projects and this style and that.
Yeah.
And also illustration was important for me.
Yeah.
So I tried to introduce illustration in projects like this one for Oxfam.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I also really love to have some process by hand as well. So this is our project that I did at the studio, but some of the process is by hand.
And were you working with other people from the start, or how did it kind of grow to this bigger team that you have? You showed earlier on a photo of everyone.
Yeah, no, I was alone the first year at home.
Yeah.
And then after a year, an intern joined the studio, half day. And then a year after, he was full-time. I always go like step by step.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't know. This is my attitude in life. I mean, I like to take calm and think ideas and projects. So yes, so after 3 years, we were 3 and then 4, and now we are 6, 7 at the studio. I think it's the perfect size for
perfect
me.
Number.
Yeah.
And do you have anyone helping you out when you're here at the stand at OFF as well?
Yeah.
Bring them in.
Yeah, we have, because we also have all these personal projects that I explained you at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's something that I continue doing.
Yeah.
So through the years, I realized that, okay, maybe it's good to have like a store or a shop online. So we have a shop online and also a physical one.
Yeah, I also read that personal projects were really important for anyone that you kind of brought in into the studio. And how does that work for you? Do you have time for your own projects? Or how does it
Yes, I think it's when we reserve time for personal projects. Yeah, and okay, because at the end, personal projects influence and inject energy to the commercial ones. And I think it's very important. But of course, the commercial are the most important.
Priorities.
Priority, yes.
Yeah,
and this is some projects I did at the beginning. And this is for PayPal. I think it's not sure if it's going.
If it's playing.
It's playing. No. No, it's not going.
Oh, it's coming. Nice.
It's coming. Yeah, we did all the illustration system for them a few years ago. And it was a very nice project. So through the years, I mean, we get like big clients, but also small and local ones. So it's good to have this balance of clients.
Were you mostly kind of local and you managed to get some international clients then, or how did it kind of grow?
It was slowly. The first years was local clients. And then after 4 years, 5, it goes like boom. Like one client goes to another. I don't know. It's like a wheel. Yes, and now most of our clients are for outside Spain. And some clients from Barcelona as well.
Nice. And Barcelona is home for you, right? You are from here, or How's the creative scene and how has it grown for you here?
Barcelona, I think it's a perfect city for a creative. Because it's a small city. Nice city, nice weather, you know, the topics.
Fair.
But there is a lot of people creative in different fields, photographers, set designers, wherever. I mean, you can find a lot of talent. And because I love to collaborate with creatives, so I think it's good to live here if you want to be a creative. So now all the creatives are coming.
Now you're drawing them in.
And here are some projects I did at the beginning. So yes, what I was describing to you is that simplified design, so make things simple, but easy to understand to everybody. This is business cards. And yes, I studied graphic design, but what I do and what we do at the studio is visual languages. I mean, because now being a designer means you can do everything. It's not just a branding. We can do a space, you know? We can do clothes, we can do a lot of things.
And did you learn on the go a little bit? You had to test and trial, right? Because sometimes you're not an expert necessarily in hosting a whole space. I mean, we're seeing this today and we're talking about it. It's pretty impressive that they can build this up. How did you experience with that?
I think you need to try and not be afraid, because when a client proposes you, why don't we do, we can make this. I think it's important to say yes always, and then of course contact the people or collaborate with the people that have the skills. Because at the end we are just designers, you know.
So then that's also how you grow your team, right? Like you also see who and you know, if you see freelancers who are expert in that.
Yeah, kind of, I think it's full of people out there. So why not collaborate with them? That's my idea.
Definitely.
So visual languages is what I was saying. So from a bar, a space, to a small label, a branding.
You have a lot of packaging actually, right? And is this something you had at the beginning, or
no,
not really?
No. It happened when you start. This is that was a project that a small project in Barcelona,
Yeah.
and they contact us, and I said, okay, I love this project. So when you start one project like that, comes to another one,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So starting this packaging project gave us like, a lot of packaging
Yeah.
clients.
So then it kind of snowballs into this
Yes.
bigger, yeah.
So sometimes you need to say yes, maybe to small ones, to arrive to the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll just quickly say hi to everyone in the chat. I know you're joining, and if you have questions for Veronica, we'll keep going. But I want to say hi to Kirsty, and we have Dia who's joining, Stuart as well. So, yeah, just post your questions on Behance because we definitely want to have a conversation with you guys as well. Someone asked about portfolio reviews. They're coming up a little bit later this afternoon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, send your questions through. Let's keep going. More projects.
Yeah, so that
Packaging
was a
first.
big project. I mean, a big client.
Yeah.
So because we did the small one, we can get this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is we do a lot of rears. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
This one's great.
This
The
from
shoes.
St. Petersburg. Yeah. And also like branding for a shoe company in Barcelona.
Yeah.
And trying to work in different techniques.
Yeah.
So from more digital, more handmade. I love a lot of things. So it's not just
Yeah.
digital, you know.
I was going to ask you about this because format-wise, you have this textile now as well, and clothing is quite interesting to start seeing your, design in real life. How did you experience this? And the stand's quite a big part of it as well. So you walk past, and there are so many people stopping there.
Yes.
So there's something really tangible about it.
Yeah, I think we need to have both digital and tactile experience.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, and everything is okay.
Yeah.
It's fine and it's working, and we need both. I mean, if we are 100% one thing, we miss the other. I don't know how to explain. I mean, sometimes that tactile inspires some ideas.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And sometimes when you make it by hand, maybe you can explore and arrive to ideas you never thought about it.
Yeah.
Because we did this by hand. I know. Yeah, this is very experimental. I mean, and then we pass it to Photoshop and make all the final retouching. You can see it. Because at the end, the digital tools are very necessary. I mean, everything passes through the digital tools.
This is such a great process, an example of bringing it into then the software.
Yeah.
Which tools do you use mostly? And I guess seeing how varied your skills are, I guess it's not just Photoshop, but you're also spending some time in Illustrator.
Illustrator a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign when it's editorial projects. Yeah. So this is the final result. That passing to digital was complex, but was nice. Yeah. So yes, that is my sentence. That I love Pinterest. I have completely a full boards. Yeah. And this is a project for friends in Madrid that they have.
Is it coffee or?
This is coffee.
Nice.
Yes, roasted coffee.
Nice.
Yeah, and we did a special edition with them.
There is such a big coffee scene in Barcelona, actually.
Yeah.
And being a big drinker of coffee myself, I could see a lot of great packaging. That's a perfect example.
Specialty coffee.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Third wave.
I'm addict to the coffee.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is like a dream client. If I had a studio, I would definitely go with coffee.
Yeah, always.
Yeah,
it's nice, and they are friends, so it was very funny. So this is how we make it. Very complicated, but the result was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, this is a quote for Portland that I really love. And yes, this is what I was saying, collaborate.
Yeah.
And because I know a lot of programs, but not 100% all, maybe.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do something with 3D, and we contact Andy Reisinger, that he is a friend of us.
Nice.
And working together. So we did a New Year card. And yes, the concept was like these serpentines that you throw the 31st of December.
Yeah.
So like celebrating the New Year, and this is the process of Andy working together. Yeah. This is
That's
process.
amazing.
Yeah, so I think it's very important to see the process because people only see the final result.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of work before. Yeah.
Definitely. And can we go back to the coffee? There's someone in the chat who's asking about the story behind the colors and how you write that.
It's
Is,
difficult.
is that going to take a while?
Yeah.
Thanks, Stuart, for the question.
Yeah, so yes, I wanted to make like, the concept was bring the posters to the bags, to the coffee bags. And are designed to the coffee bags.
Yeah.
And all are different, so it's not possible to make it in silk screen. So we make it with vinyls.
Nice.
So we paste it one by one.
Oh, wow.
I know, but it was a limited edition of 100.
Okay.
So the text is silk screen, but the vinyls are one by one.
Yep.
Yeah, and at the end, it's something that you wanted to not to throw away. It's something that you keep it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's the idea.
Yeah. But back to the ribbons, yeah, in 3D.
Yes. So yeah, working with Andy was so good because it was the first time working with 3D.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think especially as we go into this kind of technology is pushing and you're experimenting with 3D, you start seeing that you need to build a skill and it's quite technical. So
yes.
Yeah, trust is quite important when finding those people.
Yeah, and find a person that has the same values as you.
Yeah, true.
That is very important.
Yeah.
And Andy, he's super talented. He's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is part of the test. I mean, and finally, he sent me this picture
Oh, wow,
and
that
said,
really built up.
yeah, this is, hey, you know,
Yeah.
the style, everything, but the colors are a little bit too fluor.
Yeah.
So and this is the final result.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, this is a card we send to clients, and
Love it.
And also it was a digital screensaver or something like that. And here you can see the detail that it's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah.
So I guess you have to do it again the next New Year's.
Yeah, we did another project with him.
Nice, yeah.
But he's now very, very busy.
Of course, it always goes like this, no?
Yeah,
You have to
NFT is something
no.
that, yeah. Yeah, and this is another project for Art Directors Club in New York. The Young Guns Awards, that is the awards under 30 years.
Yep.
And we did the campaign 3 years ago.
Nice. Looks amazing.
Yeah. And of course, we collaborate with guys. They are motion designers, very talented. And this is how we work. So we have a lot of ideas. We are a creative team of 3 people.
Yep.
And in big projects, everybody can propose ideas.
Yeah.
And then we hang or we debate, and we choose 1 or maybe 2 ideas to present to the client. Yeah.
That's very hands-on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all the creative do this kind of
Yeah,
things.
yeah. You need all the walls in your space.
Yeah. And yes, we did the trophy, and because they have always a cube.
Yeah.
And we collaborate with a product designer as well.
Yeah.
So everything is what I was saying. It's not just a logotype. It's everything. It's everything.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is when the trophy came. Yeah.
Are they all unique or they're the same?
It's unique because it's 30 units.
Yeah.
And it was made with resin. I don't know the name in English. Yeah. It's handmade. Yeah. And unique.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I think it's the good thing about being a creative is that you can work with clients, different clients.
Yeah.
So you are learning all the time.
Yeah. Is there a format that you haven't tried yet that you're excited to have as a client, or something that really, tests your interest?
Yeah, I would love to create a branding for a big company.
So a brand identity completely?
Yeah, for a big company because we do a lot of branding, but it's more for startups but I think one day it's going to arrive.
Yeah, and you said it's the snowball, right? So the snowball is only growing. Hopefully it's going to
I don't know.
You have an email in your inbox.
Yeah. I mean, we work for big companies. It's not, but I want something different.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an important project we did recently, beginning of this year for Google. Yeah.
Nice.
So we did.
All right, so that's as big as it gets.
It's big, but of course,
yeah, it's not branding wise.
I'm very happy with this project.
Yeah.
It's motion. We did also. We collaborate with them in a big team. Yeah, and it's the sustainability report of last year. Yeah.
How has it been the last 2 years with the pandemic, kind of working with clients and finding your way? Has it been, a big change for you when you were suddenly home, or were you going to the studio?
I think for how we work with the clients, it was almost the same because our clients are from
everywhere, anyways.
Different countries. So how we contact clients, approach them is the same. Was the same.
Yeah.
But of course, the studio flow was different because we were working from home. But because we are a smaller studio, it's easy.
Yeah.
And I think what's good, I mean, we organize everything, schedules, at the end it's about organizing. But of course, I prefer staying at the studio.
Yeah, and it's picking up now again. But I'm glad it didn't change too much for your projects, right, and your work. So you were still on track.
Yes. Yeah, and this is another project that I collaborate with Tommy Picasso that he does filters.
Amazing.
He designed filters for Instagram. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, is social quite a big thing for you, or how has that been integrated in terms of Instagram and?
I think it's because when I founded the studio, that Instagram wasn't. Wasn't there, and I think it was good because for me it's not something 100% necessary. I can live without Instagram, but I love Instagram as well. But it's something that I'm not obsessed with that.
Yeah.
So and I think it's good that I was born without this.
Yeah.
And the studio was like this, but it's a very important platform to arrive to clients and to show your work.
Yeah. It is definitely like this channel. There's a bigger kind of decision to make whether it's inspiring for you or not, and you should cut it out as a creative, or if it's just a place for you to kind of display your work. And I think a lot of people were talking about, in the last day, about whether you should be, it's cutting your creativity, or how do you kind of make a balance from social as well.
Yeah. I think it's important to have a balance. I know it's difficult sometimes, but for me it's inspiration and also it's a portfolio platform.
That's it, yeah.
So yes, a lot of inspiration comes from Instagram.
Completely. So leading on to the stories.
So Instagram.
Filters,
Sorry, was Tommy there? Yeah, this is the idea that we show Tommy.
Yeah.
Because we never work how to make a filter,
Yeah.
So we said, okay, we want to make a selfie, and you see the lines over our face. And this is the mood board we sent to him. And also you can choose the color and maybe the lines as well. You can play around. And at the end, that was the idea.
Awesome.
The idea we showed to him. And this is the final one. So you can choose the colors.
Amazing.
And also you can transparent your face with the line. It's a very
crazy.
Experimental,
This is just
it's crazy, But I think the idea was, okay, maybe one day a client is going to ask me to design a filter, and I don't know how to make it.
Yeah.
So let's make our first filter, and then
a learning experience. Also with someone who knows what they're doing. So
And we did a contest on Instagram, and all people was making the selfies and everything.
I see the woman at work. I think you've been quite vocal about female empowerment as well.
Okay, so we have been talking about a space, beers, packaging, a trophy, whatever, and a podcast now.
Yeah, we've done it all. No, and I see Paula here.
Paula share, And yes, it started before the pandemic, and we did an event at the store about this, a conversation with female creatives.
Nice.
And because of the pandemic, we couldn't make it physical. We make it in a podcast.
That's amazing.
And we invite people from Barcelona the first year because it was easier for us. Creatives, it could be a food designer, it could be an art director, everything about creativity. And the second season, we did, make it international. It's not just locally. So we contact Malika and also Paula Scher, that we started with them. So it was wow,
you go all out. Yeah.
this is the second
How do you
season.
continue from here? It's just
Yeah. Now we are thinking about the next year as well.
Yeah. How many episodes do you have in there?
Sorry?
How many do you have in there in terms of
Oof,
podcasts?
a lot.
Okay. So
Yeah, I
it's been going.
think every season is 12 or on 12.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, or 14.
So you're really building out in terms of just what the studio does in general. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we are going to do the Women at Work live this afternoon.
Yeah.
That's the first time.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's going to be fun. I was going to ask you, what are you doing at OFF other than being there?
Yeah,
what are you
this
excited for?
afternoon.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we
Amazing.
invite the 3 speakers,
Yeah.
female speakers, and there will be a conversation this afternoon.
Sounds great. We're actually just at time, so that's
Yeah,
a perfect
I
way to
know.
end.
Okay.
But we had a lot we managed to cover, which is amazing. So thank you so much. I'm excited to hear a bit more about how it went later on.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Of course, thanks for joining, and have an amazing time at OFF. We'll be right back in 5 minutes with another guest. you.